All right, we are on hole number 9 of the Metro Open tournament. In the Monday qualifying round, we're using this as a practice round. Let's see what we have in store for us for hole number 9. I'm really excited about this hole. I've only played this hole twice, but here's what I've learned. I've learned that you want to be over here. If you're on this pad and you've got a big dog, you can get down here into the range. And if you overpower it right, and it's difficult because you're going to start off down here is where you're going to be at red line. So you're going to have to maneuver through the sand with your curl and your topspin. And so you're going to have to get through this neck in an overpowered shot in order to be down here either on the green or close to it. But what I've learned is that if you can get over here, even if you're in the rough and you have a Nirvana, you can actually start with your Nirvana here and you got a much better shot. Now the goal here is to try and get here on the fairway, and then we're going to have an easy drive, but I haven't been able to achieve that yet. And what I've been doing is a hook shot from over here. So the first time I did it, I was kind of out in the water. I was out where the water meets the sand, right in this area right here. Fully extended Kingmaker, and I ended up landing right about here, and I ended up in the rough. So the next time I shot, I came in and I put the edge of my white ring on when it was fully extended in the sand to this cut right here. And I ended up kind of in the center, and I ended up right out here in the rough. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to come in a little bit, about halfway into this next cut, and see if I can squeeze out here to still be on the green, on the fairway. Now part of that might be topspin. If I lowered my topspin down and kept my side spin, I may be able to get the ball short into this area. But anywhere you're at over here, you're going to give yourself a much better shot to the green than if you're just trying to lay it up out here. So what I'm going to do is I've got an extra mile. If I can make it over and I'm in the spot, the Guardian's going to be the club to have. I'm going to take a Nirvana. So those are really the 3 clubs that we're looking at: Extra Mile, Nirvana, and Guardian. And we're going to take a Kingmaker. And we're going to try a hook shot on this. This hole for a rookie is going to be very difficult, especially if you've got some underdeveloped clubs. It's going to be very difficult to get an eagle on this hole. But if you can do a hook shot to get over to the other side and dial that hook shot in as the week goes on so that you can end up on the fairway. Now, they have this over here, but I just can't believe that you're going to have a shot high enough over the trees to be able to get up there. Now, maybe if you had a Guardian, you could get over the trees and backspin stop it real quick. Now, this is one of the new powered balls, and so there is a shot here with a 4 power. Is that a 4 power ball? Or is that one of the 3 power balls? That might be one of those team balls that's just basically a... See if he... Now he's going to have a shot from out there. That's not a bad area to be in. I think that's just a Kingmaker in disguise. Alright, so we're going to do a full powered shot. And we want to be with our white ring about halfway up into that. And we're going to put... I've been putting, kind of balancing it out, but this time I'm going to put 4 topspin and as much side spin as I can get. We picked up just about all of that. Let's see if that was too much. Oh, perfect. Okay, we are in the rough, but we're in a good spot in the rough. I could probably shorten that topspin up even just a little bit more. You know, if you're out here, it may even be a backspin. I'll have to keep lowering that down. Before I've been more out into this area with the top spin. But I think I'm actually going to have a pretty decent shot from right there with my Nirvana. I think your odds of getting an albatross on this hole are pretty low. There's going to be very few albatrosses that are hit on this hole. And so having something that can get you up on the green and secure an eagle, there's going to be a lot of people that don't get an eagle. A lot more people that don't get eagles than get albatrosses. So it's going to be real. And he brought the right club. He brought a Nirvana, but I think a Nirvana 1 probably doesn't have all the distance. So if you're back there on that pad, you're going to be hitting from this area with a big dog as opposed to hitting up here with a Nirvana. Once again, we're trying to get that ball to go up into that area. So we're going to let the wind kind of work us that way. We want to give ourselves enough room to hit a grade on the left or the right. We're going to give it all of its curl. We're going to give it just enough overpower that the needle's not going crazy. And I think from our setup there that we could probably hit a grate to the left or the right and end up right in that spot. And that is a pretty easy eagle from the rough. The thing I like about that is that I didn't have to pop out a 4-power ball in order to make that happen. I was able to use a 3-power ball. Now, one of the things I did notice, and I'll have to go back and watch the video, is that I didn't take any wind out. I made the adjustment I wanted for the sight, and a lot of times when I'm doing those hook shots, when I'm done, I put my ball in the spot that I want, and then I go and adjust the wind out so that the ball goes right to where I wanted it. And the wind we had headwind or tailwind there, and when the ball landed on that pad and shot forward, it didn't actually bounce up. It hit it on the curve and went straight. Now if we shoot a -3 and we qualify, that's I don't know what happened to our opponent. I don't really want to qualify here. I don't want to take any risks. I don't know. And there's probably a lot of people that aren't qualifying today that are using this as a practice round, and I would rather not get a -2 here. That'll only give us -3 for the round, but I really don't want to take any risks. So let's see if Tiger 20 comes back and does the deal. Played in quite a few tournaments. This is the New York tournament, I believe. New York Classic, 37th. In the weekend round, that's awesome. That's the Labor Day tournament too. Let's see how far back he goes. So it looks like he's been playing probably since the winter. How do you do in the summer major? Those were new holes. All right. I will put this in, but I think that that's the way that I'm going to shoot this hole. If I can do that consistently and get an eagle on this hole without having to pop out a power 4, I could use a power 4 on hole number 7 to help me with that shot. All right. That was hole number 9 of the Metro tournament, the Metro Open tournament. This was our practice round, our Monday practice round. Thanks for watching.